Oh, look at that.
That is new. All right.
Let's give it a try.
Give it a try. Here we go. ChatGPT Operator, one of the biggest advancements we've seen in the history of AI. This is going to be a game changer. In fact, this can actually go on and use your computer as if you're using it. So those old things that say, prove you're not a robot, this is actually going to prove it's not a robot, yet it is. So today we're talking about how ChatGPT Operator is going to help you make money. This is unlike anything we've ever seen before, and the ability to make money with it is unparalleled. Alina, how you doing today?
I'm doing great, thank you. I'm really excited about this one because it feels like the future of AI.
Yeah, I think so too. And I think looking at it, even though we don't have a demo yet, we should have a demo tomorrow. Hopefully we'll have a video for you then. But looking at some of the things they're talking about here, it's kind of going to be able to take over our computer with our logins and different things like that. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yes, so basically it's an operator. The main thing that it's going to do, it's going to do the tasks for you, interacting with applications and browsers and everything on your computer or phone. That will let it actually execute a very complicated tasks. Like you can tell it, can you book me a hotel for my vacation for these dates, and also book me a flight for these dates, and check that there will be luggage these, and the flight starts like somewhere in the morning, and it will go through and book the flight tickets for you and book the hotel for you and run everything for you, and maybe even put it in the schedule.
So it's kind of like a personal assistant, right?
Exactly, yes. And I'm really excited about it being so easily used. You just tell it the tasks, and it will do it for you. And it will do it as a regular human by just clicking the things and entering the things into applications or getting it from the applications.
Yeah, no, that's amazing. I think looking at it in terms of the cute stuff, which is the mainstream, okay, we're going to use this to book a flight, which is okay. That doesn't really interest me as much as like manage my Facebook account, because now I can have it manage my Facebook account. I can have it go on and send emails, which is getting into, I mean, I'm not really sure yet if I would want this to be sending emails on my behalf to my mailing list.
True.
Or making videos on my behalf, or whatever it is. But looking at some of the things you can have this do, I can have it go and buy domains.
Right. Looking for the list or searching for domains on its own will be a nice thing to have.
Excellent. And so what we're seeing here is basically there's what we had in our first video we did together, which was about Claude AI.
I've looked at it.
We had that where it took over the computer. So it was like, here is Claude on the computer. It can open apps. It can open Notepad. It can write code. It can save files, create files. This is more of a online version.
Right.
So within ChatGPT, we're going to have an operator, much like we saw last week, where in ChatGPT, we were able to go through and do daily tasks. And you'll notice in my ChatGPT, every day, you're going to see something here like AI Advancements 2024 or different things like that, where every day it is going to give me a new email with the latest stuff. So you'll see like domain info and different things like that, where it's actually going to show that. And I think, let's show you what it looks like. That way you could see a new one. What it would be is ChatGPT, and they might have actually taken it away.
No, it's all one.
There you go.
Oh, the schedule.
So scheduled tasks. So here I would say, every day, find me new AI news at 9 a.m. Eastern time or whatever. And what it's going to do is it's going to set a schedule where the AI is going to go out, find the new news, and it'll do it right then and there. And we can actually go through and say, send me a sample here now. And it'll actually send you a sample of it, and it'll email you every day. So we could see enterprise launch, OpenAI, DeepMind, Anthropic. These are the news from today. So what this is doing essentially is like having an operator that would say every day, I'm going to get you the news of X, Y, and Z. I'm going to email it to you, and here you go. So now when we have this, which we're looking at the operator here, it's going to be takeover mode, which is the operator asking the user to take over when inputting. So you could basically say, now you're me,
Mm-hmm.
go do stuff.
Exactly. And I thought, like, imagine this auction domains that we have.
Mm-hmm.
I probably can watch them.
Yeah.
And actually get back to you the info about it ends in like this time and the stakes are now this.
Which is actually kind of cool because if it could do that, one, it's scary. If you didn't see my video where I accidentally bid $15 million on a domain, I'll put it in the description. I almost had a heart attack that day because, it was ticking away and people were bidding and I didn't want to pay a lot of money for the domain.
But that's why we have safety and privacy.
Safety and privacy. But looking at that, so one of the things I like about it is I do manual bidding on my domains.
Mm-hmm.
So the reason I do that is because if I set a price and the next bidder is just trying to get it up to the highest amount, it's going to go to the highest amount. I'm going to overpay for the domain. Whereas if I go in at the last 5 minutes and say, okay, let's go up $5, up $5, up $5, then I can get a much better price. Having this do that would be a game changer. And also having it go out there and maybe getting information from other places. Like maybe I have a login where it has software as a service businesses that can, find me some niches or check on these reports in Ahrefs or download a report. This is stuff that can work really good. I'm seeing it says it does need a confirmation. So if we're going to do the domain buying, I would need to be near my computer to be able to do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with financial services, with banking and all that stuff that's potentially unsafe.
Yeah, like we're not going to unleash it on the stock market and be like, make me rich.
Yeah, they're trying to be transparent, which is a good thing.
That is a good thing. Task limitations. Operator is trained to decline certain sensitive tasks, such as banking transactions. So there goes that one. Or high stakes, like making a decision on a job application. Okay, interesting. There's a watch mode on sensitive sites where it will watch, and it looks like
we will see what it's doing. In a process.
And it'll watch you.
Mm-hmm.
So like if you make a mistake and you're like, hey, I put my old address or whatever, it'll be like, are you sure you want to send it to a house you don't live in? Something like that.
That's nice. And I also like for the content creation, it can know your preferences. That's the next point of personalization, and bring exactly what you need from the world of news, or maybe something that will be good for your content strategy. Like also you will ask it for ideas, like I want to make a new article today on my website, what it can be about. It will give you ideas, and then you say, can you write it down in my WordPress? And it probably will put it in your WordPress, and maybe even publish it. Who knows?
Probably would.
It probably would.
I mean, if it can buy stuff, I'm certain it can publish a WordPress.
Exactly. Change your status on Facebook.
Yeah, exactly. He's no longer single. He's dating a robot.
Yes.
So wait a minute.
There is a movie like this coming.
Yeah, there is. And looking at that, I think is pretty cool because if we can customize it for what we want, then I can have it make content on my behalf, or I could even say, go and check the rankings and adjust based on SEO for those rankings. So it's something where, we're getting into a world where AI is going to control a lot more than you expect. I was reading a report yesterday where Wendy's, apparently you can't just get a hamburger anymore. You have to have AI give you your hamburger. And it's interesting. It's something where it's a scary time in history, but it's also a very profitable one. And I think for those paying attention, looking at this ethically, looking at a good way to have these operators help you versus, just unleashing them out there. And looking at this, we're seeing that, one, this is going to do multiple tasks. Now, this is a game changer because ChatGPT, up until now, I ask it, I get a response. I ask, I get a response. We had a video on Make AI, which you can see in the description. Highly recommended. With Make AI, I can say, do this, then this, then this, then this. So I can have a chain of things. Get this keyword, make a blog post, check the ranking. You can have multiple things, which is where these operators are getting into. And when we see what they're doing here, yes, it is allowing them to navigate. It's allowing them to click. It can use multiple websites. Whereas ChatGPT right now, you have to give it a website and say, give me feedback.
Except the Pro version.
The Pro version did change that like last week, I think it was. And also, looking at Google Gemini with deep research, where it's like finding 1,000 different websites for a topic, this is getting into an area where, one, I was talking to Elena about this earlier, and I said, Elena, now that you're working with AI, do you feel like you're learning at a rapid pace? And the answer is yes. Like, I feel like the last 2 years for me have been a fire hose of information, very targeted, because AI has made me learn it. Like, I've learned coding. I didn't know coding before. I've learned these things where I didn't know them before. Elena learned MySQL this morning, and she didn't know it before.
Right.
And it's something to where you can use this to learn at a super rapid pace, and we're seeing that happen. Also, we can see that it has direct integration with apps and tools. So this is like third party, where maybe it could interact with my database of customers.
Yes, right now it already has connections with some of the applications they stated already, but they are gonna expand this. So in the future, it will probably have a lot of tools that it can interact with.
Excellent. Working across platforms like calendars, email, shopping. I think a lot of it is still based on the personal assistant, which that's not what impresses me about this. Like, I don't have a hard time buying a plane ticket. Like, I go buy a plane ticket. It takes me 30 seconds. I'll pick the seat I want, make sure the plane, like one time I got this plane that was really big and long and old, and I was like, I don't know if I want to go on that one. It wouldn't have known. It'd be like,
it will just generally make it faster, but you can also use it in many, many other spheres.
Exactly. And that's what I'm looking at. Because, like, if it can go out there and get one plane ticket, it can get thousands. So, like, theoretically, if it was ethically and morally good, which it's not, you could use this to buy up all the Ticketmaster seats and resell them, which is what people are using their bots for now. But with that said, we can use it in an ethical way, where maybe I can have it getting content for WordPress, or maybe I can have it watching the latest videos about X, Y, and Z, feeding me that information. I think that can be key. So as productivity as a business owner, I think more, okay, now I can have a personal assistant that's AI or multiple that can do repetitive tasks. Like, a lot of the stuff we do is repetitive, looking up domains. I know you started taking the list of domains, giving it to ChatGPT, and getting output, which is, now.
Yeah, it's just faster to check it this way. I will still check them after, but at least I will not have to go through the whole list every time.
Yeah. And just this morning, there was a domain that ranked for all of these websites. Like, that was the keywords. And because of it, it had a dash. So it would be whatever dash com. And so I was like, okay, take this list, make the domains what they should be. And it went through and made those domains, which saved me hours, which is cool. Another one could be, I have a list of thousands of domains we own. Sometimes we need to know, is there a website on them? Is it a blank page? Does it go to an auction page? Having this do that, one, it would take seconds versus weeks. And now we can have that really quick. So automating repetitive tasks, finding content, editing, researching, things that you normally wouldn't do, maybe even creating images. Like, hey, go into Pinterest and make these images and post them, or, get a strategy or something like that. What did you see with personalization? Like, is that, so adapting to habits, I like that.
Yes, basically it will learn your preferences. Like, for example, if you actually have a blog or YouTube channel, it will know what you're usually writing about, what topics are interesting for you. Okay. So it can suggest content that it's in a trend right now for you, or some news that will be interesting to observe on your channel. Give a script to you, or just suggest it as an idea, or maybe to schedule it. So it's really nice.
Absolutely. And it can get used to your writing style. So it can know, hey, this is how Marcus writes. This is what he likes. This is what he doesn't like. And another example, too, they talked about where you could go find a recipe and it'll add all the stuff to your Instacart or Publix or wherever you shop. That's, again, it's cute. Like, oh, I'm going to save 5 minutes on going to the store. Personally, for me, I want to make sure the apple's good. So I go to the store and get the apple or the steak or whatever.
Imagine it will offer you some cool domains that drop out on the topics that you like something like online money making, or
or even like thinking about if it can go and add things based on a recipe, why can't it go and say, here is Joe Podcaster's setup, link to all my Amazon affiliate links for the stuff in his set. So like for here, you'd have the light, the camera, the software, all the stuff, microphones, and it would get those Amazon affiliate links. And now
Or even like practical things like I want to set up my studio like this guy has. Tell me what products they have, add it to my Amazon list.
Yes, exactly. And maybe there's a way to have it actually buy it so you can get that 24-hour.
That probably is. You probably need to give it permission, but we'll see how it works.
Yeah. No, those are what I like, because if you can kind of reverse engineer it, like, okay, if it can buy the stuff for me, then it can also get my Amazon affiliate link for it, because, Amazon, it's got the site stripe at the top when you're an affiliate. It can go find those links for you and put those in, and boom, now you're off to the races. This would be something that would actually be a game changer, where maybe you can even have it oversee you writing a blog. And it'll be like, oh, hey, you just wrote about, this software. Do you want to use your affiliate link? Here it is.
More things is that I saw that it can work with the editing programs too.
Video editing?
Video editing programs. At least they said they want to create a connection with CapCut. I don't know if it's going to happen now, but we'll see. But the idea is that I can, as a small video creator, I can do something like, here, take my video, edit it how I usually do, just add this amount of contrast, this amount of skin smoothing, so this amount of like light or...
And like probably something where, do you want retention editing, educational style where it'll go fast, it'll have the captions.
Depending on how good it is, it might even suggest how better edit it to actually get the retention, viewers' attention. That would be really cool.
And I found, I hate to admit this, AI-generated thumbnails outperform my thumbnails. To a factor of insanity to non-insanity. I don't know why, but AI does, AI understands humans better than I do.
Yeah, it learns.
Yeah. And it's only going to get better. And looking at these operators and these agents that are coming in, this is something where, one, I can have a personal assistant that knows me. Alina's been here 6 months. It's about 6 months. She knows ways that I like certain things. Took her a while to learn it. AI is kind of like, it doesn't take a break. It's just sitting there learning what you want, what you need, how this works, what you think about this, and it's going to anticipate, which is insanity. You think about the profitability of that and the cost. Like, even at the pro level, $200 a month, I pay more than that for outsourced workers. And so thinking about what this can do is an absolute game changer. And thinking about, can I train this to do tasks that an outsourcer would do, or tasks that I would do writing-wise, or editing? Editing is probably one of the things I hate doing most, because I'd rather just publish a video in the raw format because I want to get the content out. But, you have to edit to make it good. And I have to, cut out all the times I throw things and say words I shouldn't say and things like that. Whereas AI would know, hey, this is how he likes it. And now I don't have to pay a $50,000 a year video editor. Yeah. So this is getting very, very helpful for those who want to make money. Act as an agent, not a conversational tool. Okay. So actually telling it, hey, be an agent. That's an interesting one. Enterprise, so assist businesses in streamlining operations, improving productivity, and handling customer interactions. Interesting. So once this thing is unleashed on computers, which the fact that OpenAI and Microsoft are practically BFFs, Microsoft's already baking this into Windows. Like, you can't get Windows now without some kind of AI. It's in there. If I had this able to watch me chat with my customers live and mimic it in the program, that's game changing.
Yeah, same about like getting this data and see what works for you, what brings you like traffic, people attention, what articles and videos are successful, gathering this information, analyzing it, and giving you future suggestions on this basis, on the real data basis, is also a very strong benefit.
That's interesting. And what I'm seeing here with like feedback loops and things like that, it's learning about us with every interaction.
Right.
I heard a video earlier, actually heard quite a few people saying this, and I kind of feel this coming. It seems like it's coming, where the internet is less about the follower and it's more about the one piece of content. Have you noticed that?
Like what? Explain it.
So like for you, you have a channel and you're doing your content, and it used to be I have followers. My content goes to all my followers because they chose to follow me.
Mm-hmm.
Now, followers and subscribers are kind of meaningless. You can have a channel with 1 million followers, 1 million subscribers, and if your content isn't good, the algorithm will not recommend it.
Right.
Now, looking at that when it says personalized algorithms, are we getting to a point where the algorithm will be, this is Alina's algorithm. No one else sees this except her. We show the things that she has engaged with more. This is Marcus's personal AI algorithm. And maybe you're in a world where it's no longer Facebook and Instagram and YouTube. Maybe it's, this is your AI daily feed based on, well, you did like Instagram 1/3 of the time, therefore we will show you 1/3. You did like this. Maybe it's getting to a world where it's more fed that way, which can be damaging. Go ahead.
Yes, that's what was predicted, I think, long ago, that the bubble around you of your interest is going to be like closing up. Mm-hmm. So it only shows you what you're interested in, and you and the other person using the same social network will have completely different experience and completely different information from it, just based on what it fits you personally. So yes, and it is moving there.
I think that's hard for me to swallow. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't like that, because the more you get, the more stuff you interact with, the more closed you are to new things.
Right.
Without getting political, this is not political. I don't care which news you watch. In my opinion, it's all propaganda. But at any rate, they did a documentary about this certain news channel that was Fox News. And someone had a grandpa or a dad, and he would watch Fox News like 24 hours a day. The cable news, not the, here's what's happening in Orlando or whatever. And they noticed that his personality changed as he engaged with it more and more. And then his friends would change, and now he only had friends that were agreeing with him. And I think it's a dangerous place when all we have is people who agree with us, because then we're like our own little dictator, and that's not always a good thing.
It is dangerous.
Yeah. And I think looking at that, could AI help us with that? Could it eventually show us a different type of thing? I think those are things that are interesting, because, looking at this, okay, if it's only getting what I want, like TikTok, I think the damages that TikTok has done to the younger generation in terms of attention span, like ADD in my generation has nothing on ADD now, because now you have people that they want something in 30 seconds or less, and if it's not mildly entertaining, they're not going to watch it. Like now, I mean, I'm surprised you don't go to school and it's like a circus. Hey, we're going to learn about elephants by having an elephant dance on the table or whatever. It's getting kind of out there. Now, as a business person, I need to adjust. I can't just sit here and teach you guys internet marketing. I got to put on the tap dance shoes and do a little show. Still got to learn tap dancing, but that's a different video. But, understanding like AI can help me with this. It can help me be more interesting and more engaging, and it can help me anticipate what's going on, and really, looking over my shoulder, which is what this is. It's looking over our shoulder. So give us a little recap of some of the other differences we're going to see.
That's the main thing. So basically it's developing its personalization and its active tasks that it has, and interacting with all the tools, applications, and other things from the point of a user, just not sending it the tasks, but actually fully mimicking the user actions. So that is it. And also anticipating your needs. This is one where it is important for both suggestions in business and personal life. So I think there's it's like a two sides of a coin, right? A lot of people will be worried about the personal data, but I feel like we're moving somewhere where it's getting like not an issue. You have your personal data spied on no matter how safe you are trying to be. So we just all need to adjust to this and use it to our advantage instead of like trying to lock ourselves from it. I think, my personal opinion, if you want to try and stay as safe as you can, it's also your choice. But I'm thinking like at least studying and seeing how it works and what it does is totally a very important point right now.
Yes, and using it for building a business. And there's a couple things I see. One, personal data is changing, where it used to be things were hidden. And that was one of the draws to crypto. Like, oh, everything's hidden. But it's actually not. If you know someone's crypto address, I'm not an expert in this, I believe you can trace what they bought.
Right.
Pretty sure you can see all the contracts and things like that, which is like, okay, well, that kind of goes against privacy, because I wouldn't want someone to be able to go to my bank and be like, well, what did he buy last week? You know, it's my business. You know, I buy what I want to buy. Looking at that is interesting. And then also, you know, looking at the commercialization, because I wanted to do a video, which maybe we'll do sometime, where we talk about where commercial AI and algorithms eventually want to go. And in a perfect world, I think Amazon would like to be able to like be omnipotent, I think is what it's called, or omnipresent, that one, where it's kind of like, you know, you're in your house and it hears your stomach growl and it's like, ordering you Tums. Oh, thank you. You know, or you get in and it's like, oh, it's cold.
I think it's moving there.
Yeah, and that is kind of where we're getting, where, you know, YouTube, like the other day, my window wouldn't shut. Is it eventually going to be like, I noticed your window isn't shutting. Let me play a video on how to fix your window. Or let me call the guy and get paid for the lead.
Yeah, but again, will it move towards the people advantage or towards the commercial being too much advantage, you know? Because since it is still on the people who run it, is where to direct it. Direct it towards the users' benefit and ease of use or convenience, or direct it to that how we make money on this person.
Sadly, I mean, I am an entrepreneur at heart. I am a capitalist at heart. Sadly, I think it is going to go there. I think the wealth income inequality gap that AI is going to make is going to be absurd. I think you are going to have trillionaires and people that live on the government. And that sadly is where it seems to be going. Is there going to be a place for people like us to make a living online? 1,000%.
Right.
1,000%. I think that will still exist, and there will still be places for creativity and creation and building and communicating and different things like that, where these tools can help with it. But I also see the dangerous possibility of,
which a lot.
Yeah, like Amazon is literally crawling up places we don't want it crawling, getting information we don't want it to have. I mean, we've already seen Alexa basically spies on you. You know?
Oh, like every one of them were caught spying all the time.
Yeah, and it's basically like, I don't know. I feel like somewhere along the line, people took the Batman too literal, where it's like, I want to be in my cave and control the world. Okay.
Yeah, but it's like it also has two sides. On one hand, the transparency will also kind of decrease all the crimes possibilities, all that stuff, but also it will eventually attack like your personal life, and that your personal detail is available if you look for it. That is where it's going.
And if I had my choice, I would rather Jeff Bezos control that world than Zuckerberg. Like, at least we know Jeff Bezos just wants money. Zuckerberg, it's like, I don't know what he wants. He just leave that one alone. But looking at this, I think it's very interesting. I think it's a scary, exciting time. Hopefully, it will go and correct itself, which has happened in the past.
Right.
People thought ChatGPT came out, oh, world's over, robots are going to be taking over everything. They haven't.
Yeah, it depends on how we adjust and how we take it and what we are going to use it for.
And ChatGPT did create a lot of jobs. Like, people thought that computers were going to take away jobs, but now we have a population that's probably triple what it was, maybe quadruple when computers started. And, you know, there's not that many people unemployed now. So it's adding more stuff, and there will always be stuff to do. And the thing to remember is on the planet Earth, there is enough for everyone. It's just how you divide it.
Exactly. That is very true.
You know, looking at that, whether you have this system, this system, that politician, it doesn't matter. The fact of the matter is there is plenty for everyone.
Yeah, technology is not evil on its own. It's how people apply it.
And that's really what we're looking at here. So it is an interesting thing, I think, in terms of making money. When this thing actually is
look at that.
It's new. All right.
Let's give it a try.
Give it a try. Here we go. I'm going to be late for this.
What a timing.
So reserve a table for, okay. Interesting. So we have this here, dining events, delivery, local, travel.
Do you want to try it with the mains?
Let's try news.
Okay.
For delivery, local services. Let's see. Summarize the latest in AI news. Let's just see what this does. Okay.
And press on.
About making money. So this is more or less like ChatGPT. Okay, so it's browsing on my behalf. So let's see what it's doing. There we go. Okay. So take control. That's me taking control. So I can stop it. I can be like, no, you're not clicking that. So we're going to go through and take a look at this here.
I feel like at the very beginning, right now, until it's not quite set, it's going to be very slow. It's going to have a lot of issues, but it's just started. It's going to adjust for a while.
Okay, so it gave an error there. How about look at domain name journal and see domain sales? We can do something like that, or maybe even GoDaddy auctions. Let's try.
Yeah, but probably should give it like exact task, GoDaddy auctions or Spamzilla.
Okay, so here's that. Again, it's going, look at that. It's actually, this is kind of scary, but cool. Okay. So found the site. There we go. So I see this as something I can set, go to bed, and wake up, and it did the work and
yeah, it's like automation, but from a different point of view.
Yeah. No, this is crazy.
Can you ask it to look for domains on particular topic on spamzilla.com, expired domains?
Let's try. I'm going to see if I can open another one. Can you open spamzilla dot, what is it?
IO?
Yeah. And find the domains with lots of Ahrefs rankings.
I feel like this might be a little complicated for it. Yeah, it's cool.
Let's see. I think this will be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Get notified when there's an update on your task. So, that's saying like,
it's gonna do that.
I'll be back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, it's blocked. It doesn't have access.
Your organization, because it's through a.
Yeah, it's probably still works with something they have already implement connection to.
Let's see if this does it. Accessing GoDaddy doc.
But that's interesting.
It is interesting.
I mean,
weird how like there's a robot using my computer. That's kind of true.
The way of doing it as a user is, of course, longer and slower, but it's also kind of unique.
It is, yeah. Okay, so exploring advanced search for rankings.
Oh, that's nice.
Okay.
I didn't know how to do that.
Hot domains. Okay, it's going to choose the hot.
Nice. So you see, it really understands how to interact with the website design, what to do there.
I wonder if he's like excited. He's like, oh, we're going to see some hot domain. All right.
I doubt it.
That's what computers.
As far as it's not annoyed with me, I'm
good. We like you, AI. Please be nice. Okay, contains Ahrefs. That's weird.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It's probably going to look for the names, not for the Ahrefs ranking.
That's because it's remembering. Yeah, no, this is cool. Okay, so it says GoDaddy doesn't provide information. Maybe I can do stuff. Maybe I could say something like, how about plumber in the domain less than $500 with traffic Let's see if it does this. It might go through and find it, which would be cool because I spent hours doing this. So let's see here. I wonder if it's going to rate.
How much did it? Oh, yeah, I'm curious. Oh, it did press something.
Okay, there we go. It's going.
It was like, leave me alone.
And I wonder.
I'm working here.
So it is actually using its own autonomous browser at this point.
Yes, that's for safety, I guess.
Yes, I like that because obviously on mine, I am in fact logged in. That's how I know it's not on mine. So let's see. It's going. It's still going. Okay.
Yeah, I feel like it will be more efficient in the future. Right now, it's a little reminder of this Claude AI.
Yeah. Well, and I think, like, in terms of Claude AI, I think this is way far advanced.
Exactly. Yes, absolutely. Because it goes online on its own. It interacts with this much better than Claude AI did. So, yeah.
Yeah. And I think in like 3 months, this is going to be insane. Like, it's going to do it so fast, you won't even see it.
And it will learn incredibly fast.
Yes. No, this is going to be crazy. And especially when it's unleashed on, like, the fact that ChatGPT, I said it back in 2022. Microsoft involvement with AI is something people are not paying, because they think, oh, Microsoft's just this computer company, whatever, Windows, boring, blah, blah, blah. The fact that they have aligned with ChatGPT the way they have and put it in their products is unparalleled. And when we have this thing like Microsoft Windows AI version, I mean, here you go. So here's something, looks, it's like getting this ignored.
The name doesn't quite look as well. Something went wrong. There is no name with plumber.
Yeah, it did.
It did all the filters good. It set the filters correctly.
Plumber.
Yes.
So that would be GoDaddy's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, GoDaddy's search engine. You got to fix that.
But maybe it will find something on the page, maybe.
Yeah. No, it did.
It's still, it's like, I feel like this is going to work.
Let's see. Can you remember that? Let's see if it's any good.
This is hard, but okay.
Hard one to remember. Let's do, let's see.
DM and M.
We'll use the computer here. Come on. Where'd it go? There we go.
It literally likes it a lot.
It loves this domain. We're going to see if this domain's any good.
Maybe it's about plumbing, but just not in a name.
Maybe. Okay. Oh, it's trying to log in now. Okay. Okay. Would you like to proceed with logging in?
Yeah, because it can log in from your name. That is what it can do.
So log in on browser. I don't want to do that.
Yeah, it's okay. We can just show that it exists again.
Yeah, that's so it's going to log in on my browser, use that info on its.
Yes.
Which is it then going to switch to my browser?
No, I don't think so. It's just going to log in this browser. Yeah.
That's interesting. Okay.
I also saw that from the safety point, it's one click to delete all the data from it and all the browser history, all the request history. So for people who worried that it actually collects data on you, it might be just slightest.
Well, and it's going to get so much data, like, what are they going to do with it? Oh, we looked at GoDaddy, the weird domain. Something like
Not
that.
Much more than before, honestly, I think.
So let's see. Let's take this. Let's see if it's any good. Okay. I'll put this in the hrefs and see. Maybe it found like the best domain ever.
I doubt it. I doubt it.
It's like unanimous. I doubt it. There you go. So let's see here.
I mean, it used filters. That's what it did.
It did. So no, it's nothing to do with plumbing or anything.
I wonder why it actually chose it from a list.
I don't know. Let's see.
What was the reasoning? How do you know I liked it?
The domain was open inadvertently while I was navigating. It wasn't a selection, so accidental click.
Okay, got it.
So it was a Freudian slip. I like this one. He knew he was going to find hot domains. He was like, okay, here we go. So we're seeing that. That's kind of interesting. What else can you do?
We can get to the homepage and see what other options they offer us to.
Yeah.
I think it's a lot of with the personal assistant stuff, like find me a place to get lunch around me with Chinese food or something like that.
Got it. The latest domain sale. You know what would be cool? This would be cool. Can you get a list of top selling domains and check if they are available on GoDaddy or other? Just GoDaddy should be fine. That would be cool because, like, if I could go through, one of the things I love doing is buying domains from people who they just expired for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
And if I had a list of ones that I know sold and I can go buy them, the chances of them selling again is probably pretty good, depending on what they sold for. So now we're going to GoDaddy.
Right now, I feel like it needs to combine regular actions of how it researches the web with the user actions to actually be more efficient. Because the usual research it does that includes a lot of information is faster totally than just Googling it, of course. So maybe the combination of it will work better and maybe they will do something about it.
So it is checking them.
Mm-hmm.
This is I like this.
Mm-hmm.
This can help me make money because I can give it, a bulk list or whatever.
We can give it our lists and ask to check for it and maybe like gather us prices or traffic information or backlinks information.
Yeah.
We can give it our logins to, maybe eventually to Ahrefs, right? And be like, can you fill out this table with information about traffic, backlinks, and...
Well, what if I could actually go through and say, look, here's the top .coms that sold right away,
Mm-hmm.
or find the top .coms that sold right away, and constantly scour the web for .ai single word domains
Mm-hmm.
that are not taken.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're out there. We just can't find them because it would take us months.
Yeah, scheduling tasks will be nice for this.
Yep. Tapestries. This is interesting. So let's see, accountability.com.
I thought that because of how you framed this task, I'm going to ask the domain bot for sure, because we need to kind of give it maybe popular topics of domains.
Mm-hmm.
Then it will probably not get something not exact.
I feel like I'm going to wake up tomorrow and it's going to be like, you purchased a $17,000.
Oh, no. Good thing you didn't log in.
Okay, so we have it did.
Oh,
it did find them.
Oh, my God.
So it found that accountability was with a minimum of 17,000. So this is the kind of thing where I think, I'm definitely going to play around with it. And what I'm thinking is I'm just going to leave. I'm going to put this on a computer that I ain't got nothing on. And except Camtasia.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just going to record what it does for 5 hours.
Yeah, if you want to be safe, you can create a separate login screen, but generally, that's really cool.
Absolutely. I think this is find more, please. I like this. This is, it's slow. And you know what's interesting to me? What the heck does the computer look like that runs all this? Because it's literally like autonomous bots on different browsers on different computers.
Mm-hmm. No, I don't know the back of it, end of it at all.
And this is just what we see. It's mind-boggling. Computers will take over the world eventually.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But we love the computers. So when they do, Marcus and Elena, we're the good people here.
Don't come for us.
There you go. We like you. We were showing people how wonderful you are. But looking at this, I think is really cool. And it can find domains. I mean, if I was to give it a more specific task, like maybe find me a San Diego plumber domain with backlink.
Yes.
Because one of the things I do, like we go in Spamzilla, we miss stuff all the time.
Right.
Like I can't check it all day, every day. Half the time I forget to do auctions because it's so much work. Now this can do it for me and I can be like, hey, just monitor Ahrefs. Here's a list of things I want. When it comes up, show me. That's pretty cool.
Defense aerospace. Okay.
Show that to the government.
Oh, .com. Look at it. It's available.
We'll get it for $1. Actually, you know what?
Yeah, if you describe the analysis real good to it, it will probably find you a bunch.
Yeah. I wonder what the timeout's like.
Good
like
question.
How much time till it's like, I'm done?
It's actually a very good question.
Yeah.
Because it's running quite a while.
Oh, there we go. Let's get that one. That one's only $275.
Mm-hmm.
You can get a Lambo and be a guru, or you can get that domain. Mercurial. Okay. I wonder where it's getting the list. It must be getting it. I think it went back to domain name journal. Yeah. Okay. So this is really cool. Okay.
Oh, that is an expensive domain.
You want to go halves on it?
Premium domain.
We're using AI to meet our AI business partner. Beach Safari. This is...
This is interesting.
I'm liking this, yes. This is like AI agents, pretty much. There we go. So we got QTV. That's at a steal for only $9.95. Mercurial is at the low price of like a house.
Okay.
Would you like me to buy it?
But I mean, it did find they must be really good, right? If they cost like this and they are available, it's insane.
Ask it, how many can you check at a time, or is there a time limit? Okay, I can check multiple, but there's no specific limit on the number, one at a time. Okay, so let's check. Find, how would we do that?
Do you want to check how good they are or what?
Let's do domain sales yesterday. I'm going to see if we can find daily domain sales. So let's do this. Is this January 22nd? So that was yesterday. Where do we go? Our agent. Please use the domains here. Find similar ones that would be of good value. Check the value and see if they are available. Let's see.
Yeah, but you didn't give it a list. Yeah.
That link. There we go. Hey, cool. Put it above that thing.
I think it understood that you didn't put it in. That's nice.
Yeah. Waiting. I feel like we're like intently waiting. Name pros. Okay, here it goes.
Ooh, nice.
This is pretty.
I love that I can access them because I had an issue of that before.
You know what's weird? This could be like its own proxy because who knows where it's browsing from. That's kind of interesting. So now it's going to go. He's not the fastest typer.
Right? It's me.
I think you're faster than that. He's like, hey.
No, I'm typing so slow. I need to cut out all the things I'm typing in from our tutorial videos because I'm like a dinosaur.
Okay. That's weird that it didn't actually search it, or is it?
I think it, okay, now it's clicking it. It's like, something is off.
All right.
I wonder how it understands your phrase about value. Will it choose the only most expensive ones?
It might, yeah.
Because I think his understanding of value is money.
So lily.shop.
It is expensive.
Right, yeah.
Well, maybe not 1 million like previous.
It's a steal. Let's get a few.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, look at it. It's actually added it to your cart. Well, kind of cart.
Yeah, it did add it to a cart.
Ooh.
Hey, that's actually, so there's a premium CXT. So that's a 5-letter domain. That would probably sell. Let's see if he adds it.
$11 for the price. Oh my gosh, he's trying at least. Yes.
Like if I was logged in, I'd be spending $1,200 right now. Look at this. For lively.shop. Oh, I wonder if he could check trademarks. This is interesting.
Exciting.
I'm so glad it came live. Although my trainer is going to be like, why are you not at the gym? I'll be like, the AI.
It's OpenAI fault.
OpenAI's fault. If he would have came out at...
They were late. Yes.
All right, so he's actually buying them. Look at this. No domain protect. He does not want the protected domain. Okay, let's see.
I mean, it will learn your preference for this, right?
Yeah. Let's see here.
I wonder how can it like proceed that far without logging in.
And he didn't even... Oh, you can do that without logging in. You're going to have to log in and do a credit card after. Interesting. What's interesting too is it knows. It's like, hey, this is how, would you like to proceed with any? That's impressive.
It is.
I think this CXTXD for $1, I could probably sell that for more than $1.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like, can you use GoDaddy appraisal tool and find value of CXTXD.com? Let's see if it does that.
No, the understanding is really cool.
It is. Like, it understands the page, like, on a whole level.
Mm-hmm.
Not like a phrase. It's kind of like you, like, okay, this web page is about X, Y, and Z.
It takes information from it.
Yeah. That's crazy.
I wonder if many people are using it now, and that's why it's that slow.
It might be, yeah.
Its browser is struggling.
It knew to go there.
Mm.
So it like straight up understands a lot of things. $1,200. So found me a $1,200 domain for $1. That's not bad.
Yeah.
Would you like me to proceed with purchasing it? So eventually I could be like, hey, if it's under $1 or under $10 and it meets.
Yeah, or you can just look through the list that gave it to you and say, buy this and this.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I like this. So I think this is going to be a game changer in terms of making money and the way we use the web. Stay tuned. We will have more videos about it. If you want the notes and all the tools that we're using here and the follow-ups, check out AIProfitScoop.com. We're going to dive into this even more and show you exactly how it works. So stay tuned, smash the like button, and we'll see you in the next video.
See you in the next one.